What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is my 11.5 BCM pistol build. And the reason why I built this, the purpose of this is I wanted something a little bit smaller and something a little lighter than my Daniel Defense M4 right here, but also something a little more capable than this 10.3 pistol build I did here. A couple of requirements was it had to be night vision capable to one day do that. Again, 11.5-inch barrel was a requirement. I was looking between BCM, which is this build here, or a Geisley upper. Another requirement was a fully ambidextrous lower, which is down here. So we'll talk a little bit more about that right now. I'm going to go from front to back and cover this entire build. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting from the muzzle and working our way back here, this is just the standard muzzle that comes with the BCM upper. I'm going to switch this muzzle out, possibly get a new suppressor, maybe an RC2, but I'm not entirely sure of what suppressor I want to run on this yet, so I'm still keeping my options open. There's been a lot of new technology that's been coming out with suppressors. So, you know, especially in 2024 and 2025. So I'm still kind of thinking about that a little bit. I've got a couple suppressors now, but going to keep my options open for a little bit. So really quick, let's talk about this BCM upper. Again, I was between Geisley and a BCM upper. But I did go with the BCM because it was a little bit cheaper. Obviously, BCM is known for its overall reliability. And this here is a BCM MK2 standard MCR handguard. So let's talk about that a little bit. The MK2 is supposed to have a little bit more rigidity down here. So this area is supposed to have a little more rigidity as it comes into holding the barrel and the handguard. And they claim that this hump area here is supposed to help absorbing more gases flowing back and I think, pushing out of the ejection area. So I do want to run this suppressed with night vision as mentioned one day. So I think that this will be a good suppressor host, but time will tell. So far, everything is great, but still a little unclear of what direction I'm going to go with a suppressor. And so the MCM handguard is this M-lock handguard. As you can see, I have a lot of attachments on it so far. And this also has the standard barrel rather than the ultra lightweight barrel. And ultimately, I'm okay with that. This is a pretty small build, being a 11.5, so I'm not too concerned with weight right now on the size of a pistol build like this, an AR pistol build. You know, that's not that big of a deal to me, but while we're talking about weight, let's go ahead and weigh this thing. Okay, so taking the empty mag out here, we're coming at 7.78 pounds. So actually a little bit heavier than I thought it would be. It really doesn't feel that heavy though because it's so small and maneuverable, especially with the 11.5 barrel and all the attachments on here. You know, it's got a heavy optic and there's some spare batteries down here where the grip is. But you know, adding a suppressor on there will add another pound maybe ish. Overall, you know, I am happy with that. That's not too bad. It doesn't feel that heavy. Put the empty mag back in because guns look better with mags in, obviously. Okay, moving on. These are some backup flip up sights that I had laying around. I'm not entirely sure what brand these are. These could be Mission First Tactical. These do a decent job for being in a pinch. I do like the Magpul Pro flip up sights a lot better than these, but these are okay for now. And over here we have the Surefire M340 Pro Turbo Mini Scout Light. It works really, really well. It's a small package and it has 950,000 candela. So it shines to a crazy distance. And this is a expensive part coming in close to 400 bucks. So that's kind of a bummer, but man, it works really, really well. It is phenomenal. I think it's worth it. And this is paired with a Surefire tail cap adapter with a mod light switch. So the adapter is right here, and it comes over to this mod light switch that I have routed to over here. And that's about a perfect setup for my offhand to just drop my thumb down and engage that. Guys, if you're interested in any of these parts, by the way, go and check out Brownells. You can find almost all of these parts at Brownells. And if you use the code DIALED10, you can save 10% off your order and try to duplicate this build. Eventually, I plan on putting some type of laser up here, so I'll have to kind of reconfigure this around. I'm not going to do that until I pick what night vision I want to go with and actually have it. Been kind of interested in the hollow sun lasers that have been coming out. So I don't have those yet, but let me know in the comments if you guys have that and if you're liking it. Okay, and down here, this is a Strike Industries angled hand stop. So pretty interesting part, and it seems to really work well with this setup. For me, I kind of like a little bit beefier of a handguard. This handguard is a little bit more on the slim side. So what I did is I added these slate black Industries grip panels all the way around. And if you look at the bottom here, there's one BCM strip too, but that kind of beefed up the size of this grip and also allowed me to be able to have more positive grip with this thing. I left the top open for a little bit better venting as well, but I really like the feel of these. And I feel like I have really good front end contact with this. And it's really easy to also slide my hand over and engage the light switch. You've probably already noticed I cut two panels down right here. This is a normal panel right here. And I cut these two down to fit perfectly the way I wanted to. And then I actually had to Dremel out some of the inside of the Strike Industries hand stop here. So it was a bit of work to get this all to fit together. Nothing too crazy, but I'm quite pleased with how it all turned out, and it feels really solid. And yeah, it's my gun. I'm super happy with it. I think it looks fairly clean, so that's how I did that. Moving back, this is a BCM sling attachment. I'm pretty sure this actually came with the upper. I actually have these on some of my other guns, but pretty cool that BCM threw this swivel point sling attachment in with it. Optic is an EOTech ESPS3-1. This is the night vision compatible quick detach model. If you're not familiar with your EOTech models, go ahead and check out my other video. I have a video where I break down all of the holographic EOTech models. It is paired with the Unity Tactical Riser. I wasn't sure about this. I didn't really want to increase too much the height of the optic over the bore. Just, out to distance or close up, it starts kind of messing with things a little bit. And I wasn't sure if I wanted that or would like it, but I'm actually really happy with the comfort of where your head placement is at with the Unity Tactical Riser on it. It is so comfortable, and the height over bore is not as bad as I thought. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm going to consider that on some other things I have. This is the Radian Raptor charging handle. I have this on almost every single one of my ARs. I just love how it functions, and it also has the internal ports inside along the charging handle. So when you get blowback, especially suppressor blowback, it helps to kind of route it down and outward. So it's supposedly supposed to really help with some of the suppressor blowback and not getting as much gas in the face. We'll see on this specific build and what suppressor I run with it when that time comes around, but it does work. I think it seems to work on some of the other ARs I have with other suppressors. Okay, and this lower is an ADM lower. This is American Manufacturing Defense. It was about 400 bucks. That's a lot of money for a lower, I will say, but man, it is really good. The large paddle on the left side here, there's a magazine drop on the left side, but mostly as a right-handed shooter, what I wanted was the magazine or the bolt drop on the right side, which is right here. So if the bolt is locked back, right-handed shooter, push this down, bolt drop. I prefer that to, I prefer this push downward style compared to my Daniel Defense M4, where you push inward on the rifle right here. So yeah, I find pushing down instead of in is a little bit easier to find and preferred for what I'm looking for. I will note that this does kind of rattle a little bit, and same with the left side magazine drop. So that's a little annoying. That's the only thing I would really rate against this is that little wobble. But other than that, the lower is phenomenal, exactly what I was looking for. This is the B5 Systems grip with the spare compartment on the bottom to store extra batteries for the optic. Radian safety selector, which is ambi. Very positive clicks, easy engagement. I prefer the 90-degree setup over the 45 for this setup personally. I do have one of these on a 9mm AR competition gun that I have the 45-degree setup. So a little bit different, but this is how I prefer it with this setup. Geisley SSAE trigger. Let's go ahead and try that. Clear. Phenomenal. 3.5 pound trigger, and man, best trigger in the world. So with the BCM upper, Bravo Company recommends the BCM MK2 T2 buffer with this size and running suppressed and non-suppressed. This is a rifle length buffer, so a little long. There's it fully extended. But it performs really good unsuppressed so far. Perfect 4 o'clock ejection. Really, really happy with how everything functions so far. We will come back and do another review when it's suppressed, but so far, so good. And finally, this is the SB Tactical SBA4, the newer brace on the market. I have a SBA2 and SBA3 and a different one as well. If you're curious about the SB Tactical lineup, I compare the SBA2, 3, and 4 in another video. But yeah, this is the perfect brace for me for this setup. I like the rigidity of it, and I feel like the look goes very well with this pistol AR. And that's a wrap on this build and setup, guys. Now, this is not the cheapest build I've ever done, but everything is built for a purpose. It is a no-nonsense build in a small package. And, you know, BCM is supposed to be known for their reliability, and so far, so good there. The only thing that I kind of didn't account for is I bought the upper, or I'm sorry, I bought the lower first, and I got it in black. And then I found the BCM upper, and it was an FDE. Usually I kind of like to color match mine. I know it's kind of silly. I like to kind of color match the whole gun, kind of like the 10-3 here. But ultimately, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's something a little bit different for me. So it's not that big of a deal. I could paint it, I know, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's something a little bit different for me. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments of this BCM 11.5 pistol build. Did I do good? Would you have done something differently? I'm pretty happy with it so far, but let me know if you know, I'm missing something or you would do something differently in the comments. And until next time, guys, I will see you. Take care.